Breaking federal government to control and oversee grocery distribution with government, private sector's partnerships, Wal-Mart, Costco, Target, Kroger, top grocery chains to be deemed critical infrastructure, National Guard to protect key distribution point. If it's the first time on my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Details. Natural news. Breaking news alert. The U.S. federal government is in the planning stage of implementing a plan to protect and control groceries distribution across the United States via public-private partnership with top grocery chains such as Wal-Mart, Kroger, Texas, Target, Costco, etc. Eye-level source now tells Natural News the effort is being made to ensure the smooth delivery of food supply to the public as a coronavirus lockdown is about to commence on a national basis, and food supplies are necessary to prevent social unrest, lawlessness, and looting. Natural News has learned details of this plan, which we are told is in the final stage of being completed, with some measures of rollout to begin as early as just a few days from now in at least one region of the country. We were also told that we've got the attention of the administration when I appeared on the Alex Jones show 2 weeks ago and delivered prediction numbers that closely matches the classified numbers of CDC and HHS already had, none of which has been released to the public. The cause alarm in certain circles, we were told, because the CDC thought they had a leak to Natural News, which apparently would be the end of the world at the CDC. They later concluded that we had reached the same conclusion based on mathematical method, not any leak. I can confirm that nobody from the CDC has leaked anything to us. The reason we have arrived at the same number is because I can do maths, and as a scientist, I understand the principle of methodically and exponential spread. My pandemic projection spreadsheet has accurately predicted all the recent deaths with near perfect accuracy, by the way, and I released it publicly on March the 9th, revealing all the maths behind the calculation. As the good news side, we were told that Trump is working day and night to coordinate a response that keeps the American people fully supplied with food, medicine, water, and security, and that this plan will be implemented with absolutely zero advance warning to the public. We were also told that Vice President Mike Pence is secretly working with the pharmaceutical companies to rapidly accelerate critical drugs manufacturing in the United States of America, with special effort underway to resurrect certain factories in Puerto Rico that were wiped out by the hurricane last year. The long-term plans, we were told, is to designate the pharmaceutical supplies line as strategic infrastructure, much like the strategic oil reserve, and to maintain U.S. manufacturing of certain medication from this day forward. The day of outsourcing everything to China, in other words, are over. Thank God. Globalism is finally starting to implode. Let us hope Trump uses this opportunity to promote the importance of nationalism and redundant supplies line filled with made in America goods and materials. Here are the details of the food grocery that have been with us. The scope of this plan isn't yet clear. At a time we were told it would be regional, which might expand from here, there. No specific city was mentioned, but we can imagine it would start with NYC, Seattle, and follow the cities with the worst outbreak. The plan will not nationalize grocery chains, as the president prefers public-private partnership that leverage existing distribution infrastructure of the private sector, which operate more effectively than government. The president referred to respect and allow the private sector to fulfill its role in society rather than try to take over those operations. Grocery chains will be declared via exclusive order, critical infrastructure. The wording may be slightly different, such as essential infrastructure, so that the executive branch of the federal government grants itself the justification to oversee food distribution, food security for the nation. This is conjure on our part but we believe this same executive order will also be designed or designate long-haul trucking to similar critical infrastructure and would likely prioritize trucking transport operation to keep the food, fuel, medicine, and other supplies flowing. Obviously, without nationwide trucking, the grocery stores run out of food in mere hours, as we are now seeing almost everywhere. The plan will involve National Guard's troops showing a presence at grocery stores parking lot, which will serve as distribution point. They'll be given rules of engagement, orders to actively engage anyone who initiate violence or who attempt to steal food. There will be little or no tolerance for threat to food distribution points, grocery stores, or food trucking operation. The National Guard will be ordered to begin protecting food distribution hubs, truck routines on the highway to ensure that the food trucks arrive safely at grocery stores across America. Sorry about that. The president is reportedly about to meet with trucking union leaders and trucking organizations to finalize the structure of this plan, which may include an escort vehicle to shadow the truck and ensure security. This is talk, just talk, not any decision yet, of not allowing the public to enter the grocery stores and instead setting up a drive-through system in the parking lot where people were allowed to purchase pre-made grocery kit which contain pro-selected basics such as eggs, milk, ground beef, bags of rice, etc., which are offered at a fixed price and fixed quantities such as with strict limited on the allowable purchase per citizen. Presumably, there would be a kit assembled for people who have children or infants separated from adult kits. We were told this will not be implemented right away and is only at last-ditch method if the spread of the virus gets worse. However, the administration is fully aware that grocery stores, crowds are right now spreading the virus, especially in New York City. It also means that the government already realized that consumers' choice is going to have to be strictly limited in order to achieve high efficiency grocery distribution to the public. Kiss your gluten-free crackers goodbye. Kiss your gluten-free crackers goodbye if this phase of the plan goes live. The SNAP program food stamp is going to be expanded under an emergency order to allow those on food stamp to increase their food stockpiles in advance of the coming lockdown. This also means the banks that handle SNAP transactions are about to see a huge increase in their transaction load, which make them prone to outrage as history has shown. Even if consumers' choice is allowed to continue on grocery purchase for some time, strict limits will be placed on grocery items at the federal law level. We are told the limit will apply to all the basics such as ground beef, bottled water, eggs, rice, milk, canned soup, bread, powdered milk, plus many more personal hygiene and baby care items such as diapers, toilet papers, sanitizing supply include bleach and soap, and even basic pharmacy items such as alcohol and hydrogen peroxide. Timeline. We are told this plan may be activated within days in certain regions, probably New York City and Seattle, but that logistic and delay could push it out to 1 to 2 weeks. The plans, we are told, will not affect most of the Middle America where the virus is not yet reaching critical numbers. Watch this short animation to see where the hotspots are, and they show you New York Times and pandemic news. What this means is that many of those federal agents' emergency efforts will be focused on the West and the East. We aren't expecting draconian lockdown in the near future in any state other than Washington, California, New York, Virginia, with New Jersey, a candidate that's likely to follow. That's all we know so far. The good news is that Trump is planning for what's coming, and he's maintaining supply lines that are necessary to prevent mass starvations and death. Oh, this also reminds us to tell you that Dr. Anthony Fauci said earlier today, and remember that Fauci is advertising the president on everything right now. He says, if it looks like you're overreacting, you're probably doing the right thing. Yeah, as reportedly by The Hill. If you just leave the virus to its own defense, it will go way up like we've seen in Italy. That's not going to happen if we do what we are attempting to do and are doing. Fauci told CBS News Margaret Brennan on Face the Nation. Also worth noting, the mayor of New York City has just announced that literally everyone in the city has likely been exposed. With everyone exposed, it is not difficult to see that 1/3 of the city could become infected and that's millions of people. Hence, the need for the government to begin to oversee and protect food distribution center. At NYC Controller Scott Stringer just called for a total shutdown of the entire city. He's doing that because he knows what the numbers are. And they're already apocalyptic. The hospitals in New York will be completely overrun in about 3 to 4 weeks. Wow. This is what is going on. The way to get out of the crisis is to act logical and strategical. Logistics say we need universal testing, but that's sadly not happening. Strategy says we need more aggressive social distancing, and that is why today, out of an abundance of caution, I am calling for a city shutdown. Wow, this news was yesterday, and it doesn't sound good. It doesn't look good. It's not right. My viewers and subscribers, share this video. Some other words, I couldn't even see them to call them properly, but it doesn't matter. The fact is out there. Share this to anyone you know in the United States. It could also be helpful even in your home country where you live. Share this. Once again, this is J Khan TV out of Zurich, saying unto each and every one of us, walk in peace, my friend. Shalom.